Hello, friends. Getting all the final touches situated. You know the drill. All right. This all situated. Apple Wallet open, and I'm like, we do not need to go shopping right now. Haven't panicked like that during a Facebook Live in a while. Let's see. Hello, Lauren and Cindy. Let's make sure. I'm going to try to get it. Sorry about that. Trying to make sure everything is nice and ready to go. All right. I think that's about as good as we're going to get tonight, and that's A-okay with me. All right. All right, if you guys are stopping by, drop a quick comment just to say hello. We're going to get started in a minute. And I apologize, I put my mount at a new angle, and of course it's not how I like it, so y'all got to see my adjustments, and I do apologize for that. Hello, Helen. Hope you're having a wonderful evening. And hello, Barbara. And Susan, hello. Hope you guys are all having a wonderful Monday night. I know this is a little different. We don't normally do Facebook Lives here on Monday, but we changed up the schedule a little bit and we've got something super fun planned tonight. As always, son of a nutcracker. Hello, Julia. Got Heather. Hello, Heather. And Dawn and Kathy. Oh my goodness, you guys are wonderful tonight. Hi, Sharon. Heidi Ho, I love it. I love it. Give it another minute or so, and you know what? I love to just like sit here, chat with you guys, wait for everything to start till we get a couple more crafters. Why don't I, if I haven't yet, because I know I usually remind you guys every live, and I don't know if we've got any new people. If this is your first time tuning in, drop a quick comment so I can say a special hello to you. If you guys haven't yet subscribed to the ThermOWeb newsletter over on the ThermOWeb website, all you got to do is type in www.thermoweb.com, pull up the website, and it's going to be like the first pop-up you're going to get. There's going to be a picture of a card, a place that you can put your email, and you'll be able to save 10% off your first purchase if you haven't bought anything from the ThermOWeb website before. So it's a great way to entice you for that first purchase. And hello, Janice, and I know Cindy already said hello. Hello, Roberta. Oh, I'm doing quite well, Helen. Thank you. And this is your second time watching. I'm so glad you're back. I'm just glad the week has started. Monday is always like one of the rougher days of the week. So I had my to-do list at work. I checked a bunch off and I'm thrilled. So I'll take that. All right, you guys. So let's go ahead. Let's go into our what we're going to be creating tonight. I'll go ahead and show you guys. Of course, you guys would have seen it in the emails and in the fan club. We are making this really fun toner card filled project tonight using these adorable nutcrackers from the Avery set Nutcrackers, because we are having a dual theme week over here at ThermOWeb. We're not just having it filled with nutcrackers, but I believe it is also our Oh Christmas Tree week as well. So you're going to be seeing both the paper and fabric education team showing all the inspiration that you need for both Nutcracker and Christmas tree projects. You know, over here at ThermOWeb, we love our seasonal and holiday themed projects. So I'm so excited to be partaking in a Nutcracker themed one this week to share with y'all. So let's go ahead. We'll get into a little bit of the details. Oh, you guys are so sweet. We got Sharon likes Nutcrackers. Dawn said this card is adorable. You are wonderful. Julie says she got in. Yay. Glad you're here. So we are making a top folding card using some toner sheets tonight, and we've got a little bit of flock going on as well. But what's different about this card, it is a top folding card, but we're actually using a clear toner sheet, so you actually get a really nice window with it, which is a really fun way to use. Specifically, the Brutus Monroe has some of these clear toner sheets, and I'll go over a little bit with that with you guys first. So let me go ahead. Let's talk about these toner sheets. And I didn't take out the whole pack. I just have one bit ready to go. Let me see if I can grab it. Hold on 1 second. All right. So Brutus Monroe is one of the lines that we have these different types of designer toner sheets for. They're 8.5 by 11 sheets, and you get 4 in a pack. But it's not all 4 of the same. You get 2 that are clear. Let me show you guys what the clear ones look like. I'm sure you have an idea of what they look like. Here we go. See, we've got this, a nice clear toner sheet. And then they also have ones that are printed onto white paper that you can use. So it's a little bit of versatility. And I'm using this painted brush pattern tonight because it kind of reminds me of candy cane stripes, but like messy candy cane stripes. So I figured it would go really well with our theme tonight. So let's go ahead. Let's get a little bit of foiling in. So what we're going to go ahead and do is I'm looking at this. Now, there are 2 sides to it. There's one side that is very glossy. No matter if it's black or clear, it's going to be very glossy. And now it's filled with fingerprints, which is not lovely, but okay. But the other side, that black is not glossy, but matte. And this is the side that you're going to go ahead and be foiling. So we're going to get into that. And let's go ahead. I'm going to wipe it off. Just like that. The other side I'm not too worried about, even though it's littered with my fingerprints. And then what we're also going to be using is the Brutus Monroe green sketch foil transfer sheets. And this is a lot of fun. Brutus Monroe has some really fun designs for our Deco foil designer lineup. And I love these sketch designs. It's just a little wild, and there are so many fun ways that you can use this foil. So this is definitely a fun color to add to your stash if you haven't already. There's also a couple other like sketchy staticky sort of patterns as well. I know there's a red static that's really cool. So be sure to try these out if you guys haven't yet, because there's also a little bit of iridescence to it. I'm always a sucker for that. All right, so I do have a pre-cut sheet that we're going to be using. Let's go ahead. Wipe this off with my microfiber cloth. And this toner sheet is trimmed down to 4 1/4 about by 6 inches. So let's go ahead, put that in here. Perfect. Let's trim a little excess off. Hello, Allison. I agree, Sharon. It's a really awesome color. And Kathy's just starting to get into foils. You are in the right place to be a little bit more enabled, you know. And I did want to let you guys know, if you're watching and haven't commented yet, we of course do have a giveaway for tonight's live as well. We're going to be giving away a $25 ThermOWeb gift card for you to go ahead and go shopping in the ThermOWeb website. We figured we would change it up tonight a little bit and go the gift card route. Just everyone's kind of got holiday shopping on the mind, so why not go on a little bit of a shopping spree for yourself for whoever wins tonight. All right, so I've got my craft carrier sheet pouch ready. Let's go ahead and put this in here. And now please note, even though this is plastic or like an acetate material, this is going to be able to be foiled. All right, so let's pull the laminator. So that foil is not for heat. It is for heat transfer, actually. So we're going to be heat transferring it right now. This is heat transfer safe. So we're going to go ahead and process it through. And I know, Barbara, if you were here for my last live, I used a shaker window that was not heat safe. For whatever reason, this one is. So I'm sure that when they designed the pattern, they figured that they might as well use a clear material that would be a little bit more heat safe. Go ahead and take a drink of water. And I always let my laminator warm up for at least a good 20 minutes. That's kind of like my tip to make sure it gets nice and warm. I hope I get a nice clean transfer. You know, you always cross your fingers. All right, let's do a fun peel reveal. Let's hope it's going to be a peel reveal. I think we're good. Yep, we're good. So this is really fun. Awesome transfer. A really great negative as well that I can save for later. But as you guys can see, just a really, really fun pattern. So we've got this all ready to go. So we can set this to the side. We're going to work with this a little bit to make the front panel of our card. And I'll show you guys that when we get into it. But I do want to get into just kind of getting all of my transfer out of the way. So I've got a pack of the Laura Kelly Dauntless Diamonds toner sheets, which are a really fun check pattern, but they're in the shape of diamonds. So let's go ahead, get that situated. And then I'm also using another foil color, and this is the deep blue foil, which is from our Deco foil line. It's just a really good true blue color, and I figured that this would be a fun one because I wanted to pull in all the colors of my Nutcrackers. So because we've got the green, which is going to be our green Nutcracker, and this is going to be our blue Nutcracker, of course, for the second part of the toner sheet. And then we're going to be doing some ruby red flocked letters. Oh, I'll save that for later. All right. It's a very good color. It's fantastic if you need something for more masculine cards, but also too, like, a good deep blue is also great if you're working on any sort of like underwater theme projects, or if you're working with like a lot of light blues and you need a color to offset it. Love that. And I'm just going to foil the whole sheet, just because I can save my scraps for later. All right. Roberta says you can use the foil with toner sheets or adhesive, not for foiling plates like Spellbinders or Crafter's Companion plates. Correct. They're not, these foils that I'm using tonight are not our hot foils, so they are not like hot foil machine compatible. They are intended for heat transfer methods beyond that. So like laminators, or if you have a mink machine. Oop. All right, so let's go ahead. I want to look and see. Right, I see the lines. They're running, now they're running vertically like that. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe off my toner sheet. And I actually have a toner sheet that's already pre-foiled, ready to go, but I just want to kind of go through the process of it with you guys. After I foil this one, this will probably just get added to my stash. All right, let's see, like that. And then, all right, into my craft carrier sheet pouch, just like that. Go ahead and get ready for it to transfer. Oh, Allison, it's always fantastic to build up your stash. I agree, friend. The blue is really pretty, Roberta. I agree with that as well. Pretty side up, correct, Helen. You don't want the pretty side to be what's touching your either adhesive design, like with our gels, or you don't want the pretty side to be touching the toner sheet. You want that dull side because that's going to get you your transfer. So you are good to go with that. Now, as we're waiting for this to process, I did want to let you guys get a little bit of a sneak peek heads up. We do have our December challenge that has not been posted yet, but it is going to be getting posted tomorrow. Our December theme is going to be winter holiday magic. We didn't want it to be just Christmas. We didn't want it to be like just snow, but any sort of holiday themed project is going to be eligible, both paper products and for sewing related products. So I'm going to get the details all posted for that later on tomorrow. And then I believe we are giving away a $30 gift card with it. I'll clarify in the comments. It's either 25 or 30. The details are not at top of mind at the moment, but trust me, there's going to be a prize. All right, let's go ahead and pull this off. All right. Look at that. Super pretty blue. Oh, this is going to get saved for later. Love that. I was trying to make sure you guys can see it the right way, because I feel like the way that there we go. I got to kind of tilt it off to the side so you guys can see all the colors. All right. All right, we'll set my negative off to the side for later. Let's start working on, I'm gonna use this little piece right here. We're gonna have to get into that in a second. Where's my piece that I already have all foiled so I can sort of maximize what I've used? There we go. All right, I do have a piece that was already foiled when I was making my sample. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is trim that down. I do have a frame bit, and this should be, let's see, this should be about 4 1/4 by 2 1/4. 4 1/4, let's see. There we go, 2 1/4. And I want this to be 4 by 2. Let's see, let's make sure this is 4 inches. It's not, so this side's gotta be the 4 inches. All right, we'll go ahead and take that. And then by 2. And we'll do a little bit of ink blending too. But I'm doing this so I've got a nice frame, because of course our toner sheets are ink blending friendly. So we're gonna do a little bit of distress ink blending. We're gonna start with some tumbled glass. Is that lapis blue? I'm not using anything called lapis blue tonight, Roberta. Or if you're talking about the paper, I don't fully know what the color of the paper is, and I do apologize. I know mostly I use Gina K Designs cardstock. I just sometimes can't keep track of all the color, but you might be right. So we're going in with that tumbled glass. All right, and then we're gonna go in with some Salty Ocean. It really does, Allison. They're really smooth for ink blending. I love it. I really like using dye inks on them, but you can totally use your oxides too, or hybrid inks. Only ink I get a little iffy about, and it's me with crafting in general, it is pigment inks, which I feel are better for like embossing settings, but you gotta be careful. You don't want to buckle that, Justin. All right. And I'm getting a little bit more of a harsher line, but that's okay. That usually happens when I use my distress inks. Perfect. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and use my Tape Runner XL on the back. I like to use a dry adhesive on the back of my toner sheets, just because I've had some instances where a wet adhesive kind of caused that wet ripple effect. So, just a personal preference. All right, wonderful. All right, and that's gonna be for the bottom part of our card. And now let's go ahead and start constructing our card base. Clean that up so we don't have any ink smudging. See, Julia uses the tape runner too. Also, okay, this tape runner, Julia, you and I were talking about this last week, because this was originally going to be in our prize pack last week, but it went out of stock. I checked over the weekend. These are back in stock on the website. They showed a limited quality that became back and available. So if you guys have been waiting to refill your stash, these Tape Runner XL cartridges and the refills are available on the stock within the last couple days. So if you got to replenish, go ahead and do that. And also, if you're looking for any links for products tonight, I do have a blog post with everything for tonight's live that you guys can shop the products for both the ThermOWeb website and then our non-ThermOWeb products that we're using, I have linked as well. I agree, Patricia. I love it when those colors are so descriptive. And hello, Christopher. Thank you so much for stopping by tonight. All right. Let's go ahead and start constructing some of these card pieces. So these are going to be my card bases. I have 2 pieces because I'm going to sandwich a little fold over of that clear toner sheet right in between these. So let's get that scored. Get my scoreboard out. All right. I should probably get a smaller one for when I do lives, but that's okay. All right, I think we're gonna use this side. We're gonna go ahead and we want it folded like this. And because this is 6 inches and I want it to be 5.5, I'm gonna go ahead and score it at the 1/2 inch mark. So I'm going in kind of gently. And this is not like a foolproof method. I kind of came up with how to do this. I know I've seen other cards before with this design. I feel like I could have come up with something with maybe a little bit more support to it. But this is just what I thought was really pretty. I like how this worked. But because you're working with a more plasticky material, it's not as easy to score like paper. But you know what? That's pretty good. I will consider that a win. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, this is a piece of Spiffy Speckles paper that's in the green. This is from Lawn Fun that I've die cut and put on the front. We're going to go ahead. And we're going to use the tape runner on the back. And then we're going to go ahead and kind of nestle this inside. Just like that. All right. And then we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna cover the top of it. This would also be a great place to use the Deco foil double-sided adhesive. I'm just using my tape runner because it's already out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and use this as a backing piece just to kind of hide that fold over. Let's see. That's pretty decent, you know? I'll take that. All right, so we've got this with a really nice fold. Let's see, let's catch up on comments. I agree, it is beautiful. And thank you so much, Roberta. I think the coloring is fun as well on this set. Say that Spiffy Speckles 10 times fast. Don't make me do it. Oh my goodness. All right, I also have a frame. This is also from Lawn Fawn, and it's just a stitched rectangle frame. This is the largest one, which means it's A2 sized, 4 1/4 by 5.5. Using more of my tape runner. All right, let's see. This is where it's gonna be a little interesting, but we're gonna make it work. Just fickle. I probably did it with liquid adhesive the first time. That's okay. Let's see. Kind of got to line it up, and I'm not doing very well right now, but that's okay. This might have been a little bit better with liquid adhesive, but I was trying to make it as least amount of mess as possible. And plus, when I did this the first time, it worked quite seamlessly. So, all right, perfect. There we go, just a little bit of finesse. We've got it. All right, it does like to kind of pull off to the side. All right, so we've got this. And next we're gonna go ahead and we're going to add on our blue panel. I'm actually going to show you guys a little tip because it likes to kind of move around a little bit. What we're going to go ahead and do is let me grab Pixie Dots. Which toner sheet is that? This is the painted brush toner sheet. The one on the bottom is Dauntless Diamonds by Laura Kelly. Top one is Painted Brush, of course, by Brutus Monroe. You know what, Terry? I always have like a little bit of struggle, and I like to show you guys when I struggle because I feel like it's a little bit more relatable. So, all right, so this is what I did. Okay, and this is also, if you guys photograph your cards like I do, I highly recommend investing in some Pixie Dots because, see right now I'm putting them on the back. Let me grab another one. Because these Pixie Dots are really great for staging your projects. So let's go ahead, make sure everything lies nice and flat. Put it down. And look, it's not moving. It's just how I need it to be. So Pixie Dots, great for helping stage your projects. Of course, I'll remove them at the end so you guys can see how it opens and closes. Oh, you're totally fine, Christopher. All right, let's go ahead and start putting in some of these little nut embellishments. So let's see what we got. We've got 5 walnuts. And we're gonna do just 2 in the background for now. Kind of eyeball it. Kind of at like the 1/3 and the 2/3 mark. Like that, that works. We'll use the small ones. Kind of like that. All right. And then let's go ahead and with some foam tape. I've got the 1/16 inch foam tape in white that we're gonna be using tonight. I agree, these are super cute. Tape's a great idea too. Tape is a great idea. All right, so let's go ahead, get our center guile situated. Oh, you guys are so sweet. All right, we'll kind of work to get this nice and centered. So we're gonna do like right like that. Perfect. And then we're gonna go ahead. I almost should have done it like this and had these little holly pieces not on the outside, but it's fine. Of course, in hindsight, vision's 2020. I love this iCraft 3D foam tape. I love that it comes in 2 colors, 2 thicknesses. I've got the black on my next wish list that I want to get very soon to use in the future. Oh, you're so sweet, Helen. Lots of practice with coloring. And plus, I actually colored these Nutcrackers and the one for the original card in the same sitting. We had on that new holiday movie on Netflix, the new one with Lindsay Lohan. I forget what it was called. It was fine, but I was coloring these guys up. That was my entertainment. All right. Let's go ahead and get this Nutcracker put on. What's the name of the foam tape that comes in black? It's the iCraft 3D foam tape. You can find it on the website. It comes in both white and black. It's on the ThermOWeb site. Jilly, the Laura Kelly toner sheet, if you use my blog post, it is linked on there. It's called Dauntless Diamonds. All right, let's go ahead and we're gonna add these nuts. The walnuts. Let's see. Do one down here with the foam tape. Let's see. Oh, thank you guys. You're all so sweet. All right, we'll do one over here. Markers are always a good ask, and I use alcohol markers. I specifically use the Copics when I color. Trust me though, I understand Copics are not in everybody's budget, nor do I necessarily consider them like beginner markers if you're looking to just kind of test the waters. Trust me, I get it. There's a lot of great brands out there. I know a lot of people rave about the Spectrum Noir Tri-Blends because it takes the guesswork out of needing to use your blends. I know that when I started crafting, used Ohuhu markers. Super easy. Lots of options out there. And it's all just about having fun. So, absolutely. All right, Jilly, I'm sorry if it says it can't be found. I may have linked the wrong thing, so my mistake. But if you type in Dauntless Diamonds into the search bar, you should be able to find it. Let me get it for you really quick. This is how you spell it, Dauntless Diamonds, and it should be able to be pulled up. Unless for whatever reason it's not on the website anymore. I thought it was the other day, but I could always be mistaken. That's always a possibility. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to go ahead and start getting our letters all nice and put into place. As you can see, I have die cut my letters in advance, but I wanted to show you. I did die cut this from ink blended ruby red flock. So as you guys can see, there's a little bit of a color variance. This is when I did my first run for my sample card. This was for the card tonight. So I did use Lumberjack Plaid to distress the edge to make it just a little bit more darker and then fade to a lighter color. But I also wanted to show you guys when you use the flock sheets, they're not necessarily the most sturdy when it comes to putting an adhesive on top of it. And what I mean by that is, as you can see, to hold all of my die cuts in place, I wanted to show you guys what it looked like when you use a piece of Pixie Tape, because when you die cut, it presses into the flock, and then when you pull it off, it removes the flock as well. So just keep that in mind if you're looking to save your negatives. If you're not, no big deal. But I have found that when you use flock, what's really nice about die cutting it is because there's kind of a grip to it. Oh, I don't have a die cut readily available, but it doesn't move as much. Let me see. Here we go. I have my Henry's ABCs, which is what I die cut these letters from. And here's I knew the H was fine. So as you can see, if I put it down and I kind of like move it around lightly, it doesn't move as much. Like if I put it on paper, it would move a lot more. See? So there's definitely a little bit of grip when it comes to those flock sheets. That's a really nice pattern. Well, I'm very sorry if the Dauntless Diamonds is no longer available on the website. That's my mistake. You guys know I always like to use products that are available for you. If you look at the Laura Kelly line, though, there are a lot of really fun different patterns that we offer that may still be in stock. I love the spotty dots. That's a really fun one. There's the sprinkled stripes, which was also what I almost used tonight. I just didn't want to use like stripe on stripe. So that's really fun. I believe there is Swiss dots. I know that there's a swirl pattern, a lot of really fun ones. There's also a checked design too. That's like the Dauntless Diamonds, but it's just changed the orientation. So that may be an option as well. Chunky checks, that's what it's called. I agree. I apologize. All right, so let's go ahead and we'll start using our liquid adhesive to get these letters into place. And I do apologize about my blunder about using a product that's no longer on the site. My mistake. All right, so I'm just gonna start kind of putting these into place. And because this is the second time that I'm making this, I kind of already have an idea as to how these fit, but we're gonna treat it like it's my first time doing it. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, I've got my O, let's bring it down just a little bit. And then I also like to introduce a block for some pressure. And then I'm gonna go across to the other side. And I'm gonna use my S. Let's see. Kind of push that up to the end, make sure it lines up, and press it in. Let's see, catch up on comments. Absolutely, Roberta, the technique will be the same. All right, guys. That is about this. That's also about the same. All right, so let's go. Oh, that one moved a little bit, didn't it? See, and that's what happens when you use your liquid adhesives on top of acetate like this, but it'll set. I'm not too worried. I didn't want to use tape on top of it because the tape, like I showed you guys with my example, pulls up on the flock. It's not a look I was going for my final project. So I'm using the liquid adhesive in lieu of using a dry adhesive because I get a little bit of wiggle room, and I can even use my acrylic block to kind of move my items into place. All right. And also, for those of us who may be very in tune with our grammar usage, I do want to let you know that there is a punctuation error in my sentiment. There is supposed to be a comma between the O and the nuts, and I am aware of that. So I apologize that it's not there. All right. All right, let's go ahead and we'll glue the U. Do. All right, and I think we just have the N after this, which is great. And then if you guys are watching and haven't commented yet, please know that there is that $25 gift certificate that we're giving away for tonight's live. All you got to do is participate with the comment and you're considered an entrant. All right, let's try to make sure this is all sticking close together. Perfect. Push that down. No grammar police here. Good to hear. All right, just pushing this down for a little bit of pressure. All right, so we've got our O nuts. All right, now what I want to finish this off with is a couple enamel dots. I've got 2 packs, so I'm trying to utilize them. These are Prism enamel dots by Kindred Stamps. So let's go ahead, we'll do a red one, goes up here. And they do stick, which is really nice. All right, we'll do a green one over here. And then, all right, so I need blue, but I can have the red one and the green one. Great, so I only need a blue. I try to work in 3s. All right, just one more. Just like that. All right, you guys. I agree. There's so much like fun little things that catch your attention with this one. I love it too, Allison. Thanks for noticing. And you guys, that's it. And this wasn't that bad to put together. I know I did a lot of die cutting beforehand, but die cutting and coloring, aside from that, it didn't really take too long to put this cutie together. So I do want to show you our first card. And like I said, it does open like this. I've removed those dots, so sometimes that acetate does make it kind of buckle a little, but no worries. But we did pretty good. I'm actually quite pleased, and they both looked really cute. There are a couple differences, and I am going to point them out. The first one I want to let you guys know, the second Nutcracker that I used, his beard is a little on the darker side. He was actually the first beard I colored up, and then I realized when I colored it, it was a little too dark, but I wanted to salvage it, and I changed how I did the beards for all the other ones, and then I also switched the way the O was oriented, which is just a die cutting error, but that's totally fine. All right. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Aren't these cute? And isn't this a really fun way to use those clear toner sheets? Let's mess with this one because I know it's dry. But how fun would it be? I was thinking, so that stamp set, the Nutcracker stamp set, has all of these really fun sentiments, like wishing you a cracking Christmas, 'tis the season to be nutty. You could stamp it underneath so it's covered by this blue panel portion. So when it's open, people can only see it after that. But you could put it up here if you wanted to. You could also, you could stamp some of these little embellishment images. So it's like a little window item. All of that would be a lot of fun to do. So super, super cute, you guys. And thank you guys so much for being here with me tonight. Did you add detail to the beards and mustache? All I did was Copic Markers. I just kind of did a flicking method. I used the cool grays, I think C4, C2, C0, maybe. And that's just kind of how I made that streaky motion. I've been practicing a lot on doing hair lately, so don't sweat if it's something you're practicing on too. I know it takes time. And then I add a greeting inside plus a nut. That would be so funny. Or if you guys wanted to give this like to someone who likes like nut candy. So if you had like any sort of like a peanut brittle that you were making, or you were giving them some sort of candy like peanut butter, Reese's peanut butter cups, or peanut M&Ms, how fun would it be to give a card like this for it? It would be just the most cutest thing. I'm placing my order for flock and 3D foam tape out of red flock. That's good to know too. I hope you mean that you are out of red flock, not the website, because I don't want to make a second blunder with what's available. And if I did, I apologize. I do try to think about that in advance, and I know sometimes inventory can even change as quickly as over the weekend. So absolutely. On the envelope, that would be so fun. Detail the beards, good to see. How long did it take you to color them, Roberta wants to ask. I feel like, if I'm being honest, and take into account I colored the nuts, and I colored the little holly pieces as well, and I colored 6 total nutcrackers, probably the better part of close to 2 hours is probably my thought. I'm not even trying to garner any sympathy. It's just how it works. Probably the better part of 2 hours. It took me about at least one good full Netflix length movie to get these all colored out, especially colored out the way that I wanted. So it's just what I do. It's not that bad. And plus, when you break it down and you color all in one setting, like for example, I was able to color all the gold at one time and all the red at one time, which makes it a lot easier. You can always ink blend or pink to create your own red. Absolutely. Flock for the beards and hair. That would be really cute. You could also paper piece them as well if you wanted to spray some glitter dust spray on top of it and then cut it out and put it in there. That would be a lot of fun. Lots and lots of options for that. The Nutcracker dies are out of stock. I do apologize, Jilly. That was another one. But what you guys can do, the links I have for the stamp set are for scrapbook.com. I did also check if you go to the Avery Elle website, they are all in stock. So I know that there was a low quantity available on scrapbook.com, but if you did head over to the actual Avery Elle website, our friends over there, they do have the stamp set and the coordinating dies in stock if I've inspired you so much to use these for your own projects. Oh, thank you so much, Patricia. And I agree too, Allison. If you're not that bad with fussy cutting, there's not that many crazy lines with this one. Maybe with these little holly pieces, that can be a little intricate, but these nutcrackers themselves are a lot of longer and curved lines, which I personally think are easier to cut as well. Oh, you guys are so, so sweet. Thank you so much for complimenting my coloring. And I don't know if you guys caught the comment, the ruby red flock looks like it's also gone out of stock as well. But you guys can use the pink carnation flock and ink blend it, or you can also use the white latte flock and ink blend that as well if you're really set on getting that red flock look. So, all right. Julia, I think because we're getting to the end of our live, I probably am ready if you want to pull a winner soon. And sorry about that. I had to grab a drink of water. The Nutcrackers are really cute. There's another Nutcracker set that I almost used from Newton's Nook Designs. And, we got a winner. All right, congratulations to Terry. You are tonight's winner for our gift card. So, Terry, what I'll do is after tonight's live, after I settle in, I'll send you a quick message to get a little bit of information from you, just so we can get you on your way to your ThermOWeb shopping spree. So thank you so much for stopping by, Terry, and congratulations. And oh my gosh, thank you, Lauren, and thank you, Allison. I always try to provide a little bit of inspiration for this, and I'm so glad that you guys appreciate it. Thank you so much, Patty. Oh my gosh, you guys are wonderful. And there's Terry. All right, congratulations once again. And then don't forget just to go over a couple bits and bobs of what we've got going on. Don't forget that I am going to be officially posting our December challenge tomorrow. The theme is Winter Holiday Magics. So any sort of paper craft or sewing craft that uses ThermOWeb products is eligible to win this month. We're giving away somewhere between $25 to $30. I apologize. I don't remember the exact amount. I think it's 30. Fingers crossed it's 30. And then also wanted to let you guys know as well, I am going to be back. It's going to be our next live will be in about 2.5 weeks. It's going to be December 21st. We're going back onto Wednesdays. We've got another really fun week coming up. A little spoiler to you guys as well. You will see the card that we're going to be making in the graphic that is going to be posted for the December challenge. So check out that graphic tomorrow. You're going to get a little bit of a sneak peek as to what we'll be making. It's going to be a lot of hot foil fun, I promise. We've got some fun flock effects going on. I've got some glitter going on. We're going to show you guys some really fun techniques, and it's a really fun theme week. I love what I came up with for that project. If I can toot my own horn, I can, you know, why not? So, right. And then is there another live on Wednesday? Unfortunately, no. This week there is no Wednesday live. We did switch it to Monday. I've got something going on this week, so it's just a little easier with the schedule. We try not to make these switches too often on you guys unless something comes up or if we have a special event going on as well. Oh, you guys are so sweet. Yes. I will be certain to share the challenge. All you got to do is upload your project that fits the challenge theme into the challenge album. Only one, if you can enter as many times as you want. However, if you enter once or if you enter 10 times, you will still be only considered to have one entry into the giveaway. But please feel free to enter as many holiday themed challenges as you would like to be, and then you will be considered one entry per person. So absolutely. All right. Oh, Ivy, you are so sweet. Thank you so much. And thank you all for bearing with me regarding the 2 items that we discovered are no longer in stock on the ThermOWeb website. So I apologize regarding that. I know that there's a lot of other goodies on there, though, that you'll find some inspiration as well for in the future. I will be back, like I said, in about 2.5 weeks, December 21st, right before Christmas for those of us who celebrate. We'll get a little bit of more holiday inspiration going on. And I know that the paper and sewing inspiration teams and the fabric team, they'll be getting a lot of inspiration sent your way until then. Thank you guys all so very much for being here tonight. Once again, my name is Justin Adkins. I'm part of the paper education team here at ThermOWeb, and I'm also the Facebook group administrator as well. So if you guys ever have a question, make sure to put a post in the fan club, or if you want to go ahead and tag me in it, whatever works. I'll be more than happy to help with any of your questions. We'll also get tonight's Facebook Live uploaded to our YouTube account where we post all of our replays, so you'll be able to catch it whenever you need if you want to craft along with me after you get your goodies in hand. Thank you all again so much for being here. Have a wonderful rest of your Monday night, and I can't wait for the next time for us to craft along with each other in a couple weeks. Thank you guys. Have a great day.